I'll tell you what I don't believe in. Can I do that? All right, I don't believe in laws or the system by any means whatsoever. I try not to obey them at any time. That's what I believe in, not believing in.
So what keeps you alive?
4 big bottles of water a day, 2 packs of Marlboro Reds, and what keeps me alive? Shit. Music. I have to listen to music all day long. I'd say that keeps me going. I'm a pretty dark person. I've thought about ending it a million times, and I have to say that music keeps me here. By far, the main thing.
So we got Clifton Grant.
Hell no. Cut. Solo Dolo for sure though. For real.
That's a blooper, okay? What would you say your biggest accomplishment or what you're trying to accomplish as an artist?
Making God proud. You heard me? Like, with the music, I sincerely, bro, want to change it for the better, you know? And it's not just for me, man, it's for my kids, bro, mainly. You feel me? Because they all look up to me, bro. You feel me? And I want to show them the change that I made, not just for me, but for them as well. You feel me? To show them what a real leader is. And the only way I can know that is to, the only way I can do that is to show them that. You feel me? With the music, anything that I do, man, I do it, to put a smile on their face and to glorify God, most definitely. Anything and everything I do, you feel me? I give it all up to Him. I let Him lead the path, set the direction, the tone, you feel me? That's one thing too, a lot of people used to tell me about with my music, man. Like with the cussing that I put in my music, like it'll throw people off with the message. You feel me? Like in all my music, like my new music that's coming out, you feel me? It is a message in it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just telling you bits and pieces of my life, it's, speaking on the way that, I came and how I changed, how God then, manifested Himself through my life. You feel me? And I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect, but like I say, it's a transition. You feel me? I want to make this music and have my kids looking at me when I'm dead and gone. You feel me? Like, yeah, Daddy really did make a change. I remember Daddy like this. I remember, when we was going through this, you know what I'm saying? And we actually came from that, So, yeah, most definitely. My biggest, I want God to, be proud of that, to be behind that, most definitely, for real.
What made you come to that realization? Did it come from your background?
Trial and error. You feel me? Everything that I went through, man, and I ain't even gonna care. I grew up in the church. Like my mom's and my dad, they kept me in the church. They still together till this day, bro. You feel me? But once I got on my own and I got a little freedom to do, my own thing, you feel me? I took into, doing other things instead of, doing the godly thing. And that right there is what really messed me up. I stopped losing focus on the word, you know what I'm saying? And started leaning into my own understanding, started, doing things my own way. You understand, man? That's what was messing me up throughout all my life, even since childhood, lying and, stealing, hanging with the wrong crowd, doing things I wasn't supposed to be doing, you understand me? Like, all that led to a downfall further down the road, you understand me, that I ain't even see coming, you understand me? But when it came, it all hit me, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, like, I put myself through all this, you understand me? Even when I got married, saying, like, when I got married, bro, like, I was good, man. My ex-wife, she kind of brought me back to being into Christ, you understand me? Like, when I left my parents, when I left from underneath my mom's roof, bro, man, I was in the streets. You understand me? Can't nobody tell me nothing. I don't care. Yeah, they say, man, you was in the church. You was singing in the choir. You right. You feel me? I sung in the choir, and I love singing in the choir. When I got from underneath my mom and them household, bro, I and it's sad to say, son, I used to go in the choir and I used to sing in the choir high as hell, bro. Me and my little cousin, bro, we'd be up in church, stoned out our minds, son, cutting up in the choir, flirting with every female we see up in there. Man, I'm telling you, son, but we wasn't focused on the word back then. You understand me? And that's why I feel like a lot of us go wrong today. You feel me? Like the younger generation. You feel me? Like church was all just fun and games back then. You understand me? Well, at least for me, I never really took until like how serious the business was with Christianity. You understand me? And the power of God. I never took that serious until I actually started going through the trials and the fires out here in the real world. You understand me? And my moms and my dad, they probably still pray to me to this day. They probably still praying for me. You understand me? And I'm still going through the trials and fires, but I had to take it upon myself, man, to understand, like, man, I'm messing up. You understand, man? And I gotta change, bro. My ex-wife, she the one who brought me back to, back to Christ, introduced me back to, getting right with Jesus and, knowing who I am, within Christ. You feel me? Taking me back to church. You understand me? That helped me to understand the word, going to Bible study. She was encouraging that in my life. You understand me? It just, things with us, it just wasn't compatible. You understand me? Like, I don't know how to put it, bro. It's just like, when you doing what you're supposed to do with God, bro, the devil tries you 10 times harder, man. He does. And I failed multiple times. I fell into the devil's traps multiple times. And that would help me. That's what made me lose out on my blessing. You understand me? The first go around when I was married. You understand me? I ended up causing troubles with my daughter. You understand me? Now I'm fighting to get my relationship back stronger with my daughter. You understand me? But God been helping me throughout this whole little process, bro. I left. You remember when I left to go back to Louisiana years ago? You understand me? Like, that was the worst mistake of my life, son. You understand me? When I divorced my wife, I fell back into the devil's trap of not even focusing on the word, not even focusing on who God is, you understand me? And actually sitting in my depression of, like, man, I done messed my life up. You know what I'm saying? I done effed my life up. I ran into my baby moms, and, she brought me a little bit of, peace and pleasure, but that right there was a mistake too. You understand me? Because all I did was just hide my pain behind my feelings, you understand me? Just feeding the flesh, what the flesh wanted, just wanting to feel good, but I was hurting inside, son. You know what I'm saying? Making the biggest mistakes of my life, knowing that, man, I done turned away from God, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going down this road, bro. You understand me? I left and I went to Louisiana, bro, and all hell broke loose, son. You feel me? I had to sit down and I took a deep realization, man. I brought my baby mom back to Louisiana knowing that was a mistake. You understand me? Like, I did that. You understand, man? She ended up shooting out on me. You feel me? Me thinking it must be the truth. Me thinking that, you know what I'm saying, like this real love, you feel me? She didn't have my son. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, this after I done got a divorce. You feel me? This a few years after me and my ex-wife then split, then actually paper signed and some more. You feel me? So we ended up having my son, and a few months after my son born, she dips out, son. You feel me? Bro, my life, I felt like everything was just in crumble, son. Everything. You feel me? When she left, my little brother, they got into their little issue, you feel me? Bro, I felt like it must be the truth, bro. I felt like it was over, man. You feel me? Like it was nothing else for me to live for. You feel me? I was staying at my grandmother's house, and I stopped making the music. You feel me? One thing I'm gonna say about this music, bro, that motivated me and that helped me stay close to God because it was my way of venting. You feel me? And I felt like when I did it the right way, when I did it to glorify God, bro, it brought me some peace and the joy that I was missing throughout all them times of me going through what I was going through. Even though I put myself through that, you understand me? I had to come to realization like, man, I messed that up. So the only thing for me to do now is man up and fix it. I can't fix this on my own though. You understand me? I had to actually realize this. And the lady I was going to church with back home, she started feeding me scriptures. Miss Cat, man, the pastor's wife, man, I love her to this day, son, make me want to cry. She started feeding me scriptures. And I posted them in my house, in my room. Post them up in there. I don't even think my mom's them know to this day, son. And I was gonna, take it out. But that woman, bro,
So the music keeps you alive.
she fed me shit, bro. You feel me? That helped me to understand, to motivate me to keep going. You feel me? And that's when I started leaning more on God, bro. To change the outcome, to change my routes. Didn't know how he was gonna do it. None of that. Didn't know. I just knew I fucked up. And I had to change it, bro. You feel me? I used to sit up in that house, must be the truth, bro. I used to sit up in that house all the time, going through it. I used to sit up in the house all the time, going through it, bro. And I don't know how that woman knew. You understand me? I don't know. But somehow she knew. And she used to just give me gift cards with scriptures on them. I pray my mom's name never took them down. I used to write. She used to tell me, like, encourage yourself. That's what she used to always say. You understand me? She used to always tell me, man, lift yourself up. You know what I'm saying? Only you can do it. If you continue to look on the outside of things, man, people gonna bring you down. You feel me? Lift yourself up. So I used to write those on my wall, son. Instead of writing on the pad, I used to write on my wall, on my door. You feel me? Hang these postcards. Every time she would give me one, some of them I got with me. I probably still got them in my Bible or something, but I gotta look for some of them, bro. I left most of them at home, but they on my wall, bro. You feel me? And I used to read them, and I used to read the scriptures that she put on there, and I used to meditate on that, bro. And I used to take it into realization, like, man, only God can help me through this. You feel me? So every time I sat down, started to get into that deep depression state, you feel me? I'll go to God with it. It must be the truth. I don't know how, but he ended up working his way. You feel me? He ended up working everything out. I knew me moving back to Louisiana was a mistake. My people them ain't want me to leave. You feel me? But I knew that if I stayed there, that was gonna be the death of me, bro. You feel me? I had to get back closer to my kids. I had to come back up here and make things right with my family and do what I gotta do. And it ain't all right, but it still ain't all bad either. You understand? Because, bro, I done came a long way. You heard me? Like, God brought my old lady now, you know what I'm saying? He brought her into my life, and that's been a peaceful journey. And she brought me out of that state of depression. You understand me? She helped me encourage myself to become that leader that I once was. You understand me? And that's why I had to stand firm in, believing in God and trusting in his way. No matter what I do, man, don't turn away. I can't turn away no more. You understand me? Like, I know whatever I do, when I do this music, it brings me my satisfaction, bro. It brings me that pleasure, because what I do it for the glory of God. You You understand me? And I know that God is the motivator behind it all. You understand me? It ain't no doubt in my mind, bro, that God didn't turn the situation around for me. I had no way of being where I am right now, son. You understand me? As soon as I touch feet back down here, nothing but the doors open. Me and my girl, man, and my girl was here. She would testify. She would verify this, bro, on my life. We left Louisiana on bad terms with my fam. We dipped off of fate. Like, man, that's God telling us to go. You understand me? Like, this is the breaking point. Mind you, I've been praying for a way to get back to Washington for the longest. I had no way. I was on probation. I was just messed up, son. You understand me? And he brought her to me. When he brought her, I settled down a lot, bro. I don't know how, I don't know why, I don't know what in her made me settle down the way I did, bro. But when I did, I took into realization, bro, like, you gotta go. You feel me? This how I took it out, bro. You feel me? So I took that. You feel me? Me and her. When I fell out with my people now, I said, bro, you know what? I'm gonna take the last money in my pocket. Whatever she had, man, we put that shit in the pot. Me and her kids, and we dipped out. You understand me? And bro, I didn't know how it was gonna turn out. I didn't know what things was gonna come out of anything, bro. I just know I had to lean on God and trust God and not, not stray away this time, bro. Like, everything from me getting out here, bro, nothing but the doors open, opportunities open. You understand, man? No, it ain't been easy. It's been a journey, bro. A hell of a journey. But doors still opening. You feel me? I ain't understand how I was gonna make a way getting in my apartments. You feel me? Making ends meet. Man, we got into apartments, low on funds, had to spend down to 6 bands in hotels within like 4-6 weeks of us staying here. You understand me? Man, we flew through some money. I didn't know, man. I had to trust God and believe God was gonna make a way. God made a way. We got an apartment, boom, like that. Didn't know how. You feel me? They told us the wait list was gonna be 9 weeks. What? Damn, so that's some couple more thousand that we gotta spend in a hotel. We running low on funds. You understand me? Like, man, boy, got about a week and a half, 2 weeks, boom. Here we is in the apartments now. You feel me? We done ran out of funds with the apartments, getting ready to get evicted. Going to God. You understand me? Well, I prayed on it, man, Lord, please make a way, please make a way. You understand me? Boom, got a job, boom. You feel me? Not even 3 months at my job, bro. 4 weeks at my job, a month. You feel me? A month, 4 weeks, bro. These people wanted to promote me to a supervisor. You understand me? I've been there a supervisor 2 years now. Been going strong over there. You understand me, man? You can't tell me what God won't do, man. I ain't been complaining about my apartments, man. Everything has been taken care of. Financial needs is being met, no matter how. I don't know how. I don't know how he's doing it, but he's doing it. And more doors is being opened. Getting ready to get into the house, Lord willing, we're going to keep speaking that into existence. It's coming. You feel me? Doors is being open, man. So everything that I do, man, even with this music, bro, I got to give it to God, man. You feel me? No matter what I spit in it, a lot of people used to tell me, man, you got to take the cussing out. You got to take the cussing out. Well, I had to change. You understand me? I had to change. I had to change a lot. I had to change the way I talk. I'm still trying to change with the cussing. I still slip up and cuss here and there. You probably heard me cuss through this video. I don't know, it probably slipped out, but I've been trying to, maintain my cussing. One thing people gotta realize, man, when I get in that studio, man, I release myself, bro. You feel me? I don't hold nothing back. It's like I'm talking to God, and it ain't just I'm talking to God. It's just like, man, I'm just getting this out. You understand me? I don't know why it comes out. Sometimes I don't even go by what I be writing, son. You understand me? You can vouch for that. I go on the yo, I go against the whole pen and pad, and spit some and then beat some fire, like yeah, man. But all that, bro. I give it the music and everything, bro. I give that all to God, bro. For real. It's a whole lot that motivated my passion for this. You understand me? Huh?
Talk about Clover Park.
Oh yeah, man. That
Talk about Clover Park. And
came up here with CPT.
We got 6 minutes left.
With Clover Park, bro.
It's fire. It's fire.
Thing.
Basically, you already.
That's another thing, though. That's another way that guy opened up that Dolo. Yeah, that's why I say, bro, how he made it happen, even with CPT. Going back to Clover Park, getting back into my schooling, bro. You understand me? People don't understand how much of a blessing that is. You understand me? Because me messing with these cars, man, that's something that I love to do. That bring me peace and that helps strengthen my mentality as well. You feel me? Like, man, we got a long journey, bro. You understand me? Clover Park, they put us through so much hassle for the financials, bro. You understand me? I'ma keep it real. You understand me? I didn't know how things was gonna go down or how we was gonna maintain, but I knew, bro, I had to have faith in the Lord, bro, and God made a way. You understand me? Like throughout since July till this year, you heard me? I've been making it happen. You understand me? Hey, they finally blessed me. You heard me? Then it finally came through with that. So they do everything happen in God's timing. You understand me? Yeah, for real. Everything happens in God's timing, bro. You understand me? Really trying to change my life around.
So I know got the recipe.
I'm just trying to turn my life around. Lord, help me be a better me. I'm just trying to turn my life around. Lord, help me be a better me. I'm trying, yes, Lord, I'm trying. I'm trying, yes, Lord, I'm trying. I'm just trying to turn my life around. Lord, help me be a better me. Lord, help me, I'm really trying to change my life around. Low-key tired of the pain, so I ain't fighting now. Baby mama on some bullshit striking me down. What would you do if I ain't put this fucking gun down? Would you send me to hell? Will you keep me in heaven? You know my heart, God fearing, that's a nigga's weapon. Stuck to that word, steady hoping that it'll protect me from the shots of your loved ones, that shit get deadly. I'm on the money chasing mission, but one thing was missing. Hugs and kisses every day, feeling from my 3 children. I'm on my dick now, can you imagine the fucking feeling? Don't want no pussy or no head from you ratchet bitches. Help me to keep my shit together, it's hectic when split it. If you ain't bout it, you can hit the road, don't forget to kick it. Solo dolo, I'm just me, bitch, don't you forget it. Lord forgive me, but this bitch got me in my feelings. I'm just trying to turn my life around. Lord, help me be a better me. I'm just trying to turn my life around. Lord, help me be a better me. I'm trying, yes, Lord, I'm trying. I'm trying, yes, Lord, I'm trying. I'm just trying to turn my life around. Lord, help me be a better me. Lord, please help me to be straight and keep straight for keepsake. Really trying to make sure my kids straight. Made a promise to them, told them they gon' be great. Lord, please keep them in faith, because I know how shit go when you stray away. I done been through this shit, yeah, still a day, but I steady maintain and I find my way. But I ain't at it on my own, I give God the praise, cause I be ready to test something up, man, on everything. The world has switched gears on us, that's on everything. You niggas trippin', playing tough on the wrong ones, and that's on everything. Never trying to harm nobody, but if they act, I'm letting that metal rain like, Lord, help me to maintain in this battle that I never knew I signed up for, man. Trying to provide, quicker it go, quicker it came. Lord, help me maintain, I need more than memory change. I'm just trying to turn my life around. Lord, help me be a better me. I'm just trying to turn my life around. Lord, help me be a better me. Yes, Lord, I'm trying. I'm just trying to turn my life around. Lord, help me be a better me.
Yeah. I really love women for real, man. Real queens and goddesses. Real queens and goddesses. Yeah.
Stuey fucking no.
Yes, sir, man. We in the building, man.
Man. Lo and behold, bro. Terrence, what is it?
Terrence Spann.
Spann.
Yes,
Terrence
sir.
Spann. Bro. We talking about over what? 9 albums. He just dropped the album.
Yeah.
Like a 100-song catalog.
Yeah. Yeah.
48 battles.
Yeah.
Over 1 million views.
Over 1 million views, yeah.
Bruh. Bro, talk about that, bruh. Let's talk about that, bruh.
Man, you know, shit. It was a hard climb for sure. You know what I'm saying? Getting to that milli, man, like, you know, like in battle rap at that time, you feel me? It was a different era. Like, you know, shit was kind of slowing down so it could pick back up. You know what I mean? And like before that era, a lot of niggas was doing PGs and, you know, they getting 100,000, 200,000 views a battle. Feel me? But when I came around, you know, niggas wasn't really too much hitting 50, 60K for a PG. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, to me, be a nigga that never been to Smack from Washington, first nigga from Washington get to Smack, and then, you know, we doing 50, 60K on a PG, so it's like, you know, feel me? It was like it was up from there, you know what I'm saying?
Man, major. And not only Smack, what other platforms have you battled on? I think he was on, for sure he was on King of the Dot in the tournament.
Yep.
Have you battled at RBE?
Nah, that's one of the only places I ain't been. RBE's probably one of the only places I ain't been. I done damn near been everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? I done been on, URL, King of the Dot, The Riot, Spit That Heat, Body Bag Battle League, We Go Hard. Man, shout out to the culture in Texas, live from the block. Shots Fired, you know what I'm saying? Westworld, West Coast Elites. Man, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck, and I know I'm forgetting a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, I done touched a lot of platforms, you know what I'm saying?
Big body of work. And I salute you just for that. Like,
salute, man.
I know it has to be tough to continue to just conjure up this kind of thing over, how long you been doing this?
Shit, it's 2024, man, so this would be year 12.
Wow.
Yeah, this would be year 12, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, like, I like, you know, I say it a lot, and, you know, but, like, people, I don't know if people like this last time, like, I meant it, like, you know, I'm out the game, man. Feel me? You know, battle rap just kind of changed into something else, you know, so I kind of just shifted my focus, you know what I mean? Got back to the music, trying to get back into the entertainment realm in general, you know what I'm saying? Acting and comedy, you feel me? But, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's in comparison to niggas making music, you feel me? It's miles apart. You know what I mean? Because, you know, like if I'm a rapper, you know, I can go in the studio, spit 16 bars, you know what I mean? And, you know, if I fuck up, you know, hey, engineer, run that back, let me run it back, you know what I'm saying, type shit, you know? And then I can get up and go on tour and take these 10 songs and travel around the country and rap the same 10 songs everywhere I go for a year straight, you know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, in battle rap, you know, fuck 16 bars, I gotta come up with a whole song's worth of bars 3 times. Then I gotta remember that shit off the top. Then I gotta get on camera. Once the camera's on, that's the only time that it matters. I could have said it great to my homeboy over the phone. I could have said it great in the mirror. When I'm in the hotel, I could have rapped at the lamp and did it great. But when that camera's on, the lights is on, the crowd's watching, that's the only time that it matters. And then once you done rapping that shit, that's it. They don't ever want to hear that shit again. Feel me? They don't ever want to hear that shit again. So while these niggas is going on tour, able to do, you know, like I said, the same 10 songs for a year, you got niggas doing at least 1 battle a month. You feel me? And nigga, they coming up with 12 minutes of bars every month.
And it's crazy that you mentioned that, because I was going to speak to that. And then you even mentioned that you're getting into acting and entertainment, and ultimately that's what you guys do. You guys this is a performance live, and like you said, you only have one time to get that thing right, and it's just completely different art that you guys are doing.
For
and
sure.
I don't think people, you know, understand fully of what that consists of. Like, I know it has to be a strain on you mentally, not just physically, but just mentally. Endure that and be on stage in front of those faces and the anxiety. I don't know what's going on. People talk about mental health and all that nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, can you even just, I don't know, it's kind of hard to even for you to put that into words and to speak on that just because you've been doing it so long. But can you even just touch on it for just like the mental health side? Or
man, look, your mental, you gotta have a very strong mental fortitude. You feel what I'm saying? And on top of a very, you know, strong mental capacity. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot, man. Like when you're somebody that takes your art serious, you feel me? You're gonna be prepping. Prep is like the most strenuous part of this shit. You know what I mean? Mentally, physically. When you're trying to make sure your prep is right, you done rap this shit. For one, you trying to think with bars. You know, you done came up with your outlines. You know, you got, okay, I know what punches I want to say. Now I got to build them up. Okay, now I got to actually write this shit out and format it, put it in a round. You know what I mean? Okay, that's cool. Boom. Now I got to rap this shit and make sure that I know it, get familiar with it. All right, boom. Now I got to prep this shit and try to rap it without looking at it. I got to make sure my performance is right. My movements is on point. You know what I mean? And like I said, when you really dedicated to the art, like that shit is strenuous. You feel what I'm saying? And that's just from that aspect of just purely preparing the material. You know what I mean? That has nothing to do with, you know, while you're preparing, your opponent might be talking shit about you. He might be online fucking with you, trying to throw you off your game plan. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. You feel me? And then, you know, it's hard to try to not to pay attention to what the people say, what the fans are saying. You know what I mean? If you're battling somebody that's more well-known or more popular, you're going to see a lot of crazy comments towards yourself. Like, you ain't put in a lot of fucking work. Like, you ain't smoked a lot of niggas. Like, you ain't put a lot of niggas down. Like, you ain't had a lot of classic moments. But niggas will forget that in the very moment that you battling another nigga. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the stress of, you know, dealing with the league owners and, you know, them making sure that they're doing good business. And,
wait. We're getting too far in.
My bad, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a lot, you know, like, but as far as like the mental health, you know, it definitely wears on you because, you know, this shit takes a lot of mental capacity to store this shit in your brain and continue to do it. That's why when I get off stage, after I rap my shit, them bars is gone. They're out my brain. They're gone. Niggas got to come to, I either got to watch the battle or niggas got to come tell me, man, when you said this bar, that I did say that, nigga, I be forgetting. You know what I'm saying? As soon as the battle's over, I forget.
In addition, like you said, you're doing this in front of thousands, hundreds of people, and, you know, you're having to prepare for that. You might have family stuff going on. I'm pretty sure you're a dad.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
All kind of outside elements
Facts.
that come into play, you know, that you have to deal with.
Oh, that's facts, man. Niggas don't even know about behind the scenes stories and shit. And then there's that part of it too, like just trying to stay solid and stand on your square because niggas don't know the behind the scenes stories when you didn't have battles and what you was going through with family. But because you a honorable stand up nigga, you don't make excuses and you don't put that out there so people could try to have pity for you and, you know what I'm saying, either, you know, basically give you pity credit for your performance. I've never been that type of nigga. And I've been through some wild shit, you know what I'm saying? Lost my best friend preparing for one of my biggest battles. I had prepared for Chilla Jones, lost my best friend. You feel me? Preparing for Chilla Jones, lost my best fucking friend ever.
And you can't tell them, nah, I can't go on stage, or they could probably gonna want their back in, or how does that work?
Yeah, and then there's that too, yeah, you know, because, you know, it's like, because a lot of the time how I work, you get your front end, you get your back end, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, if they gave you your front end, ultimately, you know, and once you get to like my point, you know, a lot of the other niggas, it might be different. Once you get to my point though, the front end is kind of non-negotiable unless I cancel the battle, you know what I mean? Unless I cancel, front end is kind of non-refundable, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what you gave me to prepare, to write, to promote and shit like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know, if you get up there and you're like, you know, towards the battle, like, you know, I don't think I could do it for whatever reason. Yeah, it's a good chance that, you know, they might make you give that front end back, but you damn sure not getting that back end.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So it relies on your performance. It's very performative. You gotta perform.
Okay. How long does it... Okay, for those who don't know, a battle rap is where you have two individuals who are preparing... what is it, like, how rounds, like 330, 230, something like that?
Yeah.
So that's almost 10 minutes of material, written material, and they have one chance to go on stage and, you know, recite that material with no mistakes and stuff like that. So how long does it take you to, you know, prepare or write for a battle? Like, how long do you need for a battle?
See, when I first started, I kind of like, I'll probably say when I first started, as long as I had like 3 to 4 weeks, I would be good. As long as I had about 3 to 4 weeks, but, you know, I done got in the mode of this shit and got my, you know, my methods down and shit like that. So really these days, how long it take me to prep for a battle now, just because of my experience and how long I've been doing this shit, it's going to take me up until the day of the battle. I'm going to prepare now because, like, what I used to do is I make sure I got all my shit writ, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, prep my shit, whatever the case, you feel me? But now I'm on some shit like, if I got to write a bar the day before the battle, I'm going to find a way to put that shit in there, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't have battles where I'm like, oh, I got 2 months to get my shit together, battles 2 months away. Cool, I have my shit done in the first 2 weeks and be prepped up within a week after that. That's why I say, you know, I really only need 3-4 weeks, you know what I'm saying? But shit doesn't happen and I show up to the event like, damn, I've been done writing for a month and a half, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, some shit just happened a week ago that's current event, world news, and everybody saying bars about this shit. I'm like, damn, I could have had the best bar about this current event and fucked the whole game up. But, you know, and shit happened. That's why now, you know, or even like you be battling your opponent and your opponent has some shit pop off. Like this nigga might have some Facebook drama or some bullshit going that you might want to talk about. It's like, damn, 2 days before the event. Now I'm at the point where it's like, fuck that. I'm going to find a way to put that shit in there. Even if I got to stay up 24 hours prepping this shit, making sure my transition just move, whatever the case may be. So now, if they give me a week, if they give me a month, if they give me 2 months, from the day I get my front end to the day before the battle, I'm preparing. Feel me?
That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Now, how were you able to balance, like you said, speak to your fatherhood and how you've been able to balance that in combination with your career? Like, even, you know, the whole baby mama thing, or, you know, even people passing away, or, you know, family members might see you touching a little money now. Now they acting funny and people calling your phone and, you know, what's your experience with that?
Man, you know, juggling the real life. It definitely, it's hard when you're somebody that, you know, when you understand you're in the public eye, you know what I mean? You understand that it's certain shit you can't really afford to portray about yourself. You know what I mean? And shit's hard for everybody, you feel me? Shit been hard for everybody for a while now, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, and when you in that line of work, you really can't let them see you sweat. So, you know, like, I still, you know, do the father thing for sure. Like, that's probably the most important thing at this point in my life, you know what I mean? And it has been for a while now, you know what I mean? Raising my kids, that's the most important shit. And, you know, that's part of the reason why I kind of fell back from battle rap too, is because, you know, like we was saying earlier, you know, it takes a lot of time, effort, and energy. And, you know, I just want to be able to have an adequate space to be able to give that time, effort, and energy back to my kids, you know what I mean? But it's so much shit that goes on, you know what I mean? Like you said, you feel me? You deal with people dying and you got to show up and rap and act like nothing, you know what I mean? And then, you know, you got people pocket watching you and shit like that, trying to figure out what you making and what you doing. And, you know, like where I'm from, like in Federal Way, like I guess my nickname is Hollywood Stu. You know what I mean? But because I don't come around like that and I really don't fuck with cats like that because, you know, a lot of people do a lot of the same shit. Y'all niggas want to be outside on the block and causing trouble and standing outside saying, hey, police, come arrest me. You know what I mean? I got too much to lose now. You know what I mean? So I'm not out there like that. But at the same time, you know, hearing people say certain things like that, it kind of do make me feel like maybe I got to look over my shoulder a little bit because it's like, you know, niggas might think that I'm moving in a way that I'm really not. Or niggas like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. I made a lot of money off of doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, by some people's standards, they would say that I'm successful. You feel me? But, you know, by my standards, you know, I still got places to go. I still got shit to do. You know what I mean? So it's the constant climb, you know what I mean, of bridging the gap, you know what I mean? And me rising up. And, you know, the struggle of bridging the gap becomes, you know, are y'all going to meet me up here at my level so we can all flourish, so we can all eat? Or are y'all always going to expect me to bridge the gap by coming back down to y'all level and feeling small enough to make y'all feel comfortable? You know what I mean? And I'm not doing that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? So you run into a lot of complications with that. You know, people are, you know, Stuey, man. Stewie don't be coming by the hood no more. Nigga, for what? Nigga, we don't own that street, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Let's go get some money. Let's go do something productive. Let's raise our kids. Let's teach them the knowledge and the information. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people will see this battle rap shit and they'll get it fucked up and think like, oh, you know, Stewie's a celebrity or, oh, Stuey got it like that. Nigga, I'm still out here trying to make shit happen. You know what I mean? So it's definitely hard trying to juggle the idea and trying to respect people's idea of local celebrity and just the realities that, nigga, at the end of the day, I'm still an everyday person. Still got to take care of my kids. You feel what I'm saying? When I'm not doing music or doing battle rap, you know what I'm saying? I still got to go clock in for the white man and go pay these bills. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know, it's definitely, you know, you got to balance that shit, man. You feel me? By all means.
Right. So, you said you have to balance it. Like, are you single?
Nah, not anymore.
Okay.
Not anymore.
Okay, I was going to, like, did your career have any influence on, like, your family or, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Can you speak to that?
For
like,
sure, you know, because like, and like, you know, it goes back to like that balance thing. Like, you know, like when you're trying to have a family and you're trying to build a family dynamic, you know what I mean? Like, they want you to spend time. They want you to spend energy. They want you to make effort. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, you got to handle your financial obligations too. So, you know, it'd be difficult. You know what I mean? When you trying to go do your thing and you getting your money, you outside doing what you're doing, and, you know, you got somebody that doesn't quite understand, you know, this is what I got to do. You know what I mean? For us to, you know, I'm trying to pave a better way for us. But, you know, they so worried about, well, you know, now that you're not here, you know, presence is what's required. You know what I mean? Okay, now that I'm back in the presence, oh, now it's back to stressing about bills and all this other shit. You know what I mean? So it's really about finding somebody that could really be with the bigger picture. You know what I mean? And for a majority of my career, if I'm just going to be 100% honest, I wasn't with somebody that was able to see the bigger picture. You know what I mean? Like, the person that I was with, you know, for the majority of my career, you know, they're in the entertainment industry too. You know what I mean? But what they thought was, now that we're a family, they give up on everything and they throw all that shit away. Whereas me, I'm like, you know, like I said, you can still balance that shit. And, you know, who wants to sit around and live a regular mundane life? You know what I mean? If you got talents that you was blessed enough to be born with, let's make the most of this shit and run it up. Worst we can do is fail. You know what I mean? But if we fail, that's still a representation that we tried. You feel what I'm saying? It's a lot of motherfuckers talking about, I ain't took no L's, I ain't took no L's. You ain't never been in the game either. So I ain't worried about nobody talking about they ain't took no L's when your record is 0-0-0.
Man,
You feel what I'm saying?
Bro. Yeah, bro, you one of the goats out here, man. Like a lot of people don't know how long you've been doing this, and like just the body of work that you just compiled over time is just, bro, remarkable, bro. Like I said, I salute you 1,000 times for this. Like, it's crazy. Like you come from Federal Way.
Yes, sir.
Man, I would have thought you was from Tacoma the way how you carry like you're from Tacoma. But man, can you just speak a little bit on your upbringing in Federal Way and like how that influenced you and like just what you doing now? Or do you stay out there? Or
nah, you know, I live in Tacoma. You know what I'm saying? I've been living in Tacoma, man. It's 2024. I've been living out here for like the past like 10 years, 10, 11 years. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I've lived everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I lived in Seattle, Tacoma, Everett, you know. But, yeah, you know, born in Renton, Valley Medical Center, raised in Federal Way, you know what I'm saying? Pacific Highway, you know what I mean? And it definitely shaped who I was all the way, just seeing the things that I've seen and being exposed to what I was exposed to. Because to keep it all the way real, like I always tell people this when it comes to my upbringing, like I don't lie and act like, nigga, we came up in poverty and I was just around the most grimiest, ruthless shit. Nah, man, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, single parent household type shit. But, you know, for the most part, I was always a good kid, man. I was always a good ass kid. You feel what I'm saying? I had good grades. You know what I mean? I was doing sports. But, you feel me? Shit changed when I turned 13 and I just went outside. And it's just that simple. You feel me? I went outside. I got fascinated with the streets. You know what I'm saying? My best friend, he was already in the streets. So when I went outside, he's like, "Oh, you finally outside? Okay, now let's see what's really going on out here. Let me show you what the real world is like." You know what I'm saying? And I learned a lot. You feel what I'm saying? We was doing crimes and shit like that. You feel me? We started off doing home invasions. You feel what I'm saying? Badass niggas, 13 years old. You feel what I'm saying? And you know, shit just kind of elevated, you know what I mean? And even though I was into crime, I wasn't necessarily like an aggressive, violent kid. Like I was always into rap, always into music. Wrote my first song when I was 8, made my first beat when I was 10, recorded my first song when I was 11. You know what I mean? Did my first performance when I was 15, put out my first take when I was 16. So like I always was into music, you know what I mean? But when I was like 16, you feel me? I got into some shit that was kind of, you know what I mean? Couldn't really get out of it, you feel me? Nigga had to do a little bid, you know what I'm saying? Came home when I was damn near 18, you know? And that was when I kind of got into my savage mode, you know what I mean? And shit really started getting kind of wild and out of hand, you feel what I'm saying? And then, you know, the police ended up raiding my mom's house where we was doing our shit at. So that really kind of changed everything for me in the perspective of, okay, I got to leave that type of shit alone. And I got to, you know, like I said, you know, I was blessed with these talents and blessed with these gifts. I got to make the most of these gifts and not fuck myself up out here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Now, you said, that was interesting. I didn't know that. Now, 16, was that like the same year, around that age where you started, or was there any gangbanging around you?
For sure.
Okay.
For sure. For sure.
The G's and all
that? Yeah. It was all that. You know what I mean? Because, like, and the thing is, like, in Federal Way, like, this is why it's crazy. Because, like, me being GD is really, like, a stroke of luck damn near. Because, like, my brother, you feel what I'm saying? He's a real Brandon. He's a Brandon. And, you know, he's really from the Brandon family from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? And you know, his part of the family moved from Chicago to Portland, which is how, you know, his dad met my mom. You know what I'm saying? So my brother, he always was like GD. But, you know, being in Federal Way, if you know, especially late 90s, early 2000s, you know, it's nothing but Crip and Hoover. period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? So like it was different. You know what I mean? Everybody wore their hat to the left. So when I started coming outside and I'm wearing my hat to the right, you know, it caused a divide between me and a lot of my friends because we all grew up, played sports together and everything. We all know I know where your mom stay, you know where my mom stay. But gang banging happened and it kind of caused a divide between a lot of us. You know what I mean? So, you know, but the niggas that fucked with me, they fucked with me. You know what I'm saying? So, and then like when I ended up getting locked up, it's funny. This is a funny story. Like when I got locked up, like I was really kind of to myself, like you're only supposed to be in intake in 30 days. I was in intake for 73 days. You feel me? They couldn't figure a nigga out because intake is eval. They trying to evaluate you, figure out where they should put you in the open campus and all this extra shit. You know what I mean? So I'm in there for 73 days. They couldn't figure a nigga out. So they said, you know what? Fuck it. We just going to put him in there with the folks in the Bloods tank. You know what I'm saying? And the Bloods was hella cool. You feel me? Because like I stayed to myself for a good amount of my bid. And I started fucking with the Bloods. Come to find out, these niggas put me as a Blood on my gang file at first. So then when the police ended up raiding my house, me and my brother got little gang literature laying around the house and shit when they raided the house. So then they put me on gang file as a GD. So now they got me on gang file as a hood hopping ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because my affiliations just run deep. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know, nigga was definitely around gang banging, man. Like I remember in the 7th grade, everybody was Crip walking. I wouldn't even know Crip. I was Crip walking. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, the gang culture was heavy, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Federal Way was an all-blue city at one point. So, you know, that was nothing but the culture. There was Crip parties. Niggas don't even know about Crip parties. You know what I mean? So, like, you feel me? Like, there's times where I ain't even gonna hold you. I have been to Crip parties at some times, and I had to tell niggas I was a Crip just so I could be safe.
Man, and for people that don't know, Tacoma is like a heavily gang-influenced area. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, there's a lot of Crips out here and a lot of different other hoods out here.
For
so,
sure.
you know, that's not surprising out here. But like you said, you went to school out there in Federal Way. Did you go to school with Jay the Nightwing? Did you?
Nah, Jay went to school. I think he went to Decatur. He went to Todd Beamer or Decatur. You know what I'm saying? I was on the other side of Federal Way. I was supposed to go to Federal Way High School, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's a long story. Like me and my partner, you feel me? Like I said, you know, we was, you know, running it up. We was doing our Dougie. So like 7th grade, they was like, yeah, you can't come back to Totem Junior High. So they tried to take us to Kylo Middle School, and they were like, nah, we figured out the real problem. It's y'all. It ain't where y'all at. So as soon as my boy applied to, as soon as he enrolled to goddamn Federal Way, they sent me a letter like, yeah, you can't go to Federal Way school. You're going to have to go to Thomas Jefferson. So I went to Thomas Jefferson, and that still didn't change nothing because I still ran it up, still started bullshit. Like I said, still ended up doing the bid and all that. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah.
Man, the people gonna want to know, what'd you go to jail for, Stuey? What'd you cut a case for? What'd you do?
At the end of the day, you know, I pled to assault too. You feel what I'm saying? I pled to assault too. You know what I'm saying? The original charge was rob 1. You feel what I'm saying? But you know, I ended up getting an actual lawyer. We beat it down to assault 2. So I only ended up having to do 15 to 36 weeks. You know, they tried to charge me as an adult, but you know, I had a good lawyer. You know what I'm saying? And you feel me? Beat that shit down to 15 to 36 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I had a guaranteed minimum. I was guaranteed to get out my 15 weeks. I did some dumb shit when I was locked up in there, so I ended up having to do the whole 36.
Wow.
But,
now, that's a blessing. Rob 1, man, imagine if that would have took place. Like, we might not even be talking to Stu right now.
That's a fact, man, because even though it was my first offense and just like the situation, you know, they were still talking of like it's crazy because I'll put it like this is how bad it was. Like, I accepted a deal for, you know, 3 to 5 years. I accepted that deal. First offense, I accepted 3 to 5 years getting charged as an adult going to prison. You know what I mean? But the only thing that saved me, my only saving grace was, you know, I had 2 other co-defendants. And, you know, one of my co-defendants was just straight up cooperating, snitching. He was telling, doing everything. And, you know, and it's funny because low-key, he was like the organizer of the whole shit. But this nigga told on everything, told on everybody, and this nigga did not want. We all had to accept certain plea deals. He didn't want to accept that plea deal, so that's the only reason I didn't do 3 to 5. And then my lawyer behind the scenes was working on getting it knocked down, so it worked out in my favor. He was like, you know, they ain't charging you as an adult no more. We got you 15 to 36 weeks. He's gonna take his little 30 days on time serve. He ain't gonna do no. He's gonna accept it. So we're good now. So like, boom. you know, we in the door. So yeah.
Yeah, it all worked out for the best. Sound like it all turned out for the best. I mean, different turns of events, man. You could have been locked up in there, lost in the system, man.
For sure.
Another statistic.
For sure.
But yeah, like you said, you had co-defendants. Like you was working with people at that time. Talk about do you collaborate with any other artists in the town? Like what's your outlook on the town Tacoma's rap scene right now, or Federal Way's rap scene, Washington period? Like what's your outlook on that whole thing going on?
The music scene is dope, man. The music scene is dope. You feel what I'm saying? I will say this, like as far as working with a collective, man, it's just important to really be cemented and solidified in the idea that niggas are on the same page and that niggas want the same thing. You feel me? And that niggas have the same interests. That's the key. You feel what I'm saying? Because anytime there's differences, you know, niggas is gonna go this way, niggas gonna go that way. You know what I mean? So it's like niggas really just have to understand each other and be on the same page and, you know, really trust the process and trust the operation, man. You know, it's hard running in the collective because, you know, the reality is everybody not equal.
That's a fact. I mean, even at work, there's seniority. People that's been doing it for longer than you, you know, they're giving rewards.
Everybody's not equal. And, you know, that person that got that, you know, supervisor or management position, he might have put in the work to show that he was able to take on that. You know what I mean? A lot of motherfuckers look at that manager position and they're only looking at the paycheck. They're not looking at what it takes to get that money and doing a good job at it.
And their abilities.
Yeah, their ability. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, and it's hard when you're dealing with a collective. It's hard sometimes to try to tell somebody, yo, your time is coming. You know what I mean? Right now, your time, it's not your time right now, and that don't make sense. But your time is coming. Niggas don't be wanting to hear that. You know what I mean? Niggas be wanting the spotlight, and they want the spotlight just because they want it. They don't be ready. They don't got the proper body of work. They don't stay in the gym to rehearse and practice their music and make sure they're giving good performances. They don't even have the catalog of music to go on the runs that they want to go on. But it's easy, you know. It's like our elders used to tell us back in the day. When we go get something to eat in the kitchen, we put all this shit on our plate, knowing damn well we ain't gonna eat it. Our eyes is bigger than our stomach. You know what I mean? A lot of niggas' eyes is bigger than their stomach. They see this shit and they want it because it's easy to want it when you see another nigga having it. But what you don't understand is, you feel me, that nigga had to do what he had to do. You know what I mean? So, like, I feel like that's kind of where, that was my biggest lesson in being with a collective is, you know, I still gotta work for me. You know what I mean? Because, you know, when you work with a collective, like I said, everybody's not equal. And it's hard to have those conversations straight up without sounding fully yourself or without sounding biased. It's hard to tell a nigga, you know, you my dog and you a good ass rapper. You dope. But you don't got the people right now.
Man, it's funny you mention that because, you know, I've had my experiences as being an artist and working in a collective too. And that's how I felt at that time. And I'll say this, I didn't fully understand rap or just music period until I was able to take my heart out of it. Like I heard Cam mention that on the podcast. Like until took my heart out of things, I didn't fully understand everything, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, sometimes people fail to take things into account, you know what I'm saying, or realize something, but I definitely understand your perspective on that whole thing. But what do you got going on now? I know you just dropped the tape. If you guys don't know, he dropped the tape. Boy, I just be chilling.
I just be chilling,
bro. The tape. That's kind of crazy. Yeah. And bro, your social media game is kind of different, bro. With the skits and all that. That's. And you even had the Moesha or the
the Moesha music,
man. Okay, the skits was crazy.
Man.
My favorites off the tape, me personally, is probably what is that? Black Snap with the text.
Yeah,
Black Snap with text.
Yeah,
I like that one. Yeah. And interesting. There's more mothers. Yeah, I see you really be speaking to the females, like you really woman empowerment. Huh?
Yeah.
You like the opposite of what they say. Most males is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's and low key like that song is kind of like the catalyst to the project. You know what I mean? Because it was some little drama surrounding the project. You know what I mean? It was spur of the moment. I wasn't gonna drop the shit like that, but yeah, bro. Like, I love women, man. I love women. I was raised by women. I got women to raise. You know what I mean? Like, I can never look at women as less than or anything like that. But at the same time, we're not going to sit here and act like women and bitches is the same thing. You know what I mean?
So you have daughters?
I got daughters, 2 of them.
Have they seen you battle rap?
Yeah, they know. They know. It's funny because my youngest daughter, she just did a thing last year for Father's Day. They have the little projects. And, what does your dad do? What do you like about your dad? She wrote, my dad used to battle rap. So like they know. That's definitely. I don't hide that stuff from my kids. You know what I mean? They know because it's more so for them to understand that daddy went for what he knew.
Right.
You know what I mean? So don't be scared to go for what you know. You know what I mean?
Right. Now you got a lot of content on this tape. Like the More Mothers joint. It's crazy. I don't want to get into any religious politics or anything like that. But I do want to get your view and perspective on this angle. In the song you said, don't quote me either. I think you can quote me if I say it wrong, but I think you said like God is a woman.
If God's real, I believe it's a woman, man.
Man, tell me about your perspective on that.
Well, I'm not religious, you know what I mean? I'm not religious, you know what I'm saying? I made that decision some years back, you feel me? And that's from, being on a religious conquest. That's how I ended up making that decision, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us black, we grew up Christian, Baptist or whatever the case may be. And then, over time, a lot of the time we end up being, kind of not necessarily pushed towards Islam, but, we end up finding Islam in that way. You know what I mean? So I ended up finding Islam. You know what I mean? But it's just everything just came down to me the same thing. You know what I mean? I don't understand how, to me, I try to take the romance out of everything. You know what I mean? Like a lot of our beliefs and indoctrinations are romanticized. So I try to take the romance out of everything and just put it cut and dry, black and white. You know what I mean?
And I noticed that on the tape. Like you're really, if a female listen to that tape and she don't understand you or feel you, then like I don't know what's going on, because you kind of put it in black and white. Like you lay a blueprint for the woman. Like you're really like speaking towards like empowerment, man. Real upliftment. Where'd you get this uplifting? What made you want to just make the content on this tape in particular about, the women?
Well, because, my thing was, this shit basically got started by, some bitches putting, just gossiping about a nigga. And, at first I got upset, you feel me? Because it's like, why is bitches gossiping and worrying about what the fuck I be doing? And then I said, but you know what? I'm going to turn this into content. And I'm going to turn this into an opportunity, not just to get on bitches' helmets. Because, I got on bitches' helmets, but at the same time, to say real shit, to show that this comes from a genuine place. You know what I mean? I'm not somebody that hates women. You feel me? I'm not somebody that is an incel or, like a non-pussy getting ass nigga. Like, you feel me? Like, I have a whole woman. You know what I'm saying? And she's bad as fuck, and she really do what the fuck she's supposed to do. You know what I mean? So it's like, I really wanted to let it be known that I'm not against women. I'm against a lot of the shit that y'all do. But like I said on She Woman Man Haters Club, you feel me? Since I'm a man,
that's one of my favorites too. That and the spoiled milk and Twitter honey.
Yeah, man. We talked about it, man. Because the conversations ain't always gonna be, roses and bubbles. You feel what I'm saying? Like sometimes we gotta just call it for what it is. Call it for, how the truth can be real ugly, man. The truth can be real ugly. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. It's as a man, me trying to give women game, and in a state of a lot of shit that is now women, it's going to be hard for women to be like, oh, man, I really heard him out. Like, a lot of women are like, man, I'm not hearing that shit you talking about. But in the long run, they going to double back to that shit. They're going to be like, nah, he said some real ass shit. You feel me?
Man, and some interesting song titles, bro.
Yeah.
Like, how'd you come up with these? Like, the imitation of art and life, Auto Seer.
Yeah.
Like I said, More Mothers.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, the content help you create it, but like, what type of space do you be dialing into when you be hearing these instrumentals? Like, talk about your creative process. I mean, everybody does, but like, could you even go into depth of like, what's your thought process or train of thought when you hear an instrumental, or how you come up with these song titles? Like Kardashian Curse. Like, come on, bro. Like,
yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's hard to explain, man. Like, I just know, like, with the space I'm in with music now, I just look at the beat as a canvas. You know what I'm saying? I look at it less as a pre-arranged song for me to lay my, blueprint down on. You know what I mean? And by that, I mean, a lot of the time you put a beat on, first thing that comes to a rapper's mind that's been doing this for a while is, okay, I do a hook, 2/16s. You know what I'm saying? Let the hook repeat once or twice. Okay, whereas now, the beat is just a canvas for me. So I may not go in there thinking like, oh, I'm going to write a hook or something. Nah, I'm going to just speak how I feel. You know what I mean? Until I'm done. And, if I happen to come up with a hook for it, I happen to come up with a hook for it. But it's going to be organic. It's not going to be me trying to force some catchy shit for you to remember. It's just going to be organic. You know what I mean? And what I do is I don't go into a song with the idea of, oh, this song is called this. This song is called that. And the main thing I want to do with the song title is catch your attention. You feel me?
Oh yeah, you did that.
Yeah, I want to catch your attention off top. So when you see Spoiled Milk and Twitter, honey, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? You know what I mean? The She Woman Man Haters Club. You feel what I'm saying? More mothers, but more spelled MOOR. Like, you know what I mean? More mothers. You said like, So it's like just trying to draw people in. You know what I'm saying? Because like for example, I could have called the She Woman Man Haters Club like, are we dating the same guy? Or, you know what I mean? I could have called, Spoiled Milk and Twitter honeys, low self-esteem. I could have just took a word. That's what a lot of rappers do. I'm going to take a word or sentence I said in the song.
It's an attention
That's the
getter,
name
man.
of the song.
Like you said you wanted to get into entertainment and acting. It's like, man, you guys are already doing that. You're screenwriting, what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
You're putting together a lot of things. And
Facts.
like, do you remember what song? Let me ask you this first. Let me leave with this. What song did you record first off the album? Besides, did you do the intro, or like, did you have like a order, or like, how did that work?
I think the first song I actually recorded was Auto Seer.
Okay, yeah, he had a dumb Instagram promotional going for that.
Yeah,
you guys didn't see that dropped too.
Yeah,
and yeah, that's the first song that caught my ear. I'm like, okay, yeah, he's cooking up.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the Drake. Who produced that?
Now see, now I'll tell like it was. That's why I did that. That's why I chose that song. That's why I chose that beat. That's why I chose it to go first, because Drake did the Scary Hours, and Red Button was the first song on Scary Hours. You know what I'm saying? And like, if you know, Drake, he be dissing who he be dissing. He diss Kanye. If you know, he be dissing. But Red Button is a reference to what Drake been saying about Kanye this whole time. Like, I got this red button I can push on you at any time and change the whole game. You feel me? Stop playing with me type shit. So when I heard the beat and I heard that sample, it gave me that same energy for what I was going through with these females. Like, yeah, now y'all making me press the red button on y'all. But the difference is I ain't got a red button. It's a black button. It's an auto sear. If you know firearms, an auto sear is what these kids call a switch. You feel me? And they put it on the back of the gun and it changed the rapid fire. So, that's why I said, I don't got a red button. It's a black button. It's an auto sear. Quick to hit you with the switch. You ain't with the shits, I'm going to get you out of here. So that was me letting it be known, like, I'll cut you off. You feel me? If you're not with the program, I'll cut you off. But that's all I say, I ain't Tory. Don't try to make it seem like I'm going to say I'm going to shoot you bitches because I'm making a reference to the switch. And y'all, no, you know what I'm saying? But, it was. I just felt like it was appropriate. I felt like it was appropriate, and I felt like it was fitting to set the tone of the project. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like the project, man. Like I said, man, if you guys ain't in tune, That's that. It's called "I'll Be Chillin'" by Stuey Newton.
Yes, sir.
It's out on all platforms, and yeah, bro, it's a solid project. Solid project.
Salute.
Do you remember the session that you recorded Black Snaps with Text? And what was you going through when you wrote that? Did you write it? Do you write? Do you punch in? Do you freestyle?
I mean, my writing method for music is a little bit different. You know, I'm no pen, no pad. You feel me? I've been no pen, no pad for the past like 4-5 years, like consistently. You know what I mean? But what I do is, you know, I got GarageBand on my phone. So, you know, initially I'll just go punch that shit in every 2 bars on my phone. You know what I'm saying? But when I get in the studio, I spit that shit straight through. You know what I mean? But Black Snap with Text is just one of those songs where it's like, I know people can relate if they've been through that type of shit. You know what I mean? Where, you know, you might be fucking with a shorty and shit like that. You know what I mean? And, you know, being single and fucking with somebody on somewhat of a consistent level is a slippery slope. You know what I mean? It's a slippery slope. You know what I mean? And they want to start wondering things, and they start expecting things, and you know,
right?
Even if you say from the jump, you know, that ain't my thing. You know, we vibing. You know what I'm saying?
I know you said you had a girl. Like, did your girl hear the tape?
Man, she heard the whole tape.
Did she ask who was it the tape was about?
Nah. You know, my girl's a real supporter. You know what I'm saying? And she just loved the music. She loves the music. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And but you know, everything. I'm open. Me and my girl, you know, we open. You know, like we super comfortable with each other. So you know, like any song where there was specifics and like actual addresses on it, actual direct, you know, conversations, I let her know exactly what was up. You know what I mean? And she loves it.
Man, yeah, that's crazy, man. That's actually dope, man. A lot of artists, man, they don't get that luxury of having a significant other understanding of, you know, what you're trying to do and that goal you're striving for, man.
Oh,
so
yeah, no, for
dope.
sure, man. It took a while, man. Like I said, you know, I feel like for a majority of my career, I didn't have that. You know, I feel like I had somebody that, you know, actually was tripping. You know, I couldn't have made no Black Snap with Text 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't have did that. That would, you know, it would have been some furniture moving around in the household. You feel me?
Okay. Now, I want to touch back on this. Let's get back to this real quick. Your last battle was with, Young Cannon or Livio?
Livio was the last one, yeah.
Okay. Before that, who was it? Young Cannon?
Young Cannon was right before that, yeah.
That's the one I watched. I watched that like this last night. I watched that last night, man. That one was tough. That was a tough one.
It was crazy.
I know it was a lot of gas in that building, though. I'll tell you that. I didn't see the Livio one though. How was your? Give me a summary on that. Give me the rundown on that.
Shit, I felt like me and Livio was a crazy battle. I felt like it was one of them things where it's a classic moment that's gonna happen in Washington that I don't really think is gonna be recreated. You know what I mean? Because you know
what platform did you guys battle at? In Washington, was that Alliance?
So we did this, actually, my boy Jimmy Bagalini. Shout out my boy Bagalini, man. Bagalini the jeweler. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, he's doing custom gold pieces for every motherfucking body. You know what I'm saying? You know, jewelry, you know what I'm saying? My nigga keep me jeweled in. I ain't gonna lie. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
But shout out my boy Bagalini, man. You know, he just put some shit together, you know, raised some money for his backpack drive that he did for the kids that same summer. And, you know, with me and him having a good relationship with Lush One, you know, we ended up getting the battle dropped on Lush One's channel.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
What's your relationship with Lush? Speak to that. Like,
man, me and Lush, that's my guy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and that's one thing about me. Like, I'm not really a name dropper, so like a lot of people really don't know like how deep my connections really run. But me and Lush, man, we always been good. That's my guy, man. That's my guy 1000. And you know, I heard a lot of things about, you know, people saying that Lush did bad business and shit like that. But I'm gonna be honest, me and Lush never had no bad business. Everything with me and Lush was all on the up and up. You know what I mean? Actually, if it wasn't for Lush, I wouldn't have been on the 100K tournament on King of the Dot. You feel what I'm saying? I owe that completely to Lush. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we had a situation where I almost was going to have to be out of the $100,000 tournament. But I told Lush that, you know, I had some shit that I needed him to work out in my paperwork. And it's crazy because he didn't even hesitate. When I let him know what's going on, like, well, you know, in this paperwork, you know, if you can fix this shit for me and put something together for me, then I can be in it. Otherwise, I can't do this tournament, how this paperwork is. He was like, don't even worry about it. I'm going to send you the revised paperwork tonight. And that's exactly what he did. So, I have nothing bad to say about Lush. He's never done no bad or strange business. And with me, around me, never. Everything with Lush, me and Lush has always been on the up and up. And I got nothing but respect for bro.
Man, yeah, that's dope, man. Lush, man, he's going pretty viral right now. Like, I don't know, it's a lot of rumors and stuff going on with Lush, but yeah, I got nothing but respect for the man just off of what he did, contributing towards the culture. We all go through our ups and downs in life and stuff like that. But have you ever witnessed any of that crazy? Like, what's the craziest thing you witnessed battling for Lush or, at them events? Like, have you ever seen anything from him firsthand? If not, we could cut this out, though.
That's like never. You feel what I'm saying? Like, Lush always been a stand-up dude every time I seen him. You know what I'm saying? He always, he be dipped head to toe. You feel what I'm saying? That boy be fitted. He come through, like, he's really dedicated to his craft and to the culture. And, like, you really see that, because I've been around Lush for years. You know what I mean? First time I met Lush was 2016. You feel me? I've been around Lush for years, and when I tell you this man literally has a new intro every time he hosts a battle. He freestyles a new intro every battle. He's been doing this for decades. You know what I mean? So, like, I've never seen Lush do anything strange. I've never seen him get out of character. Me personally, firsthand, I've never seen it. You know what I mean? Like, his rapport has been all good around me. I don't know if what he may have had going on with other people, what he's been through with other folks, but when it came down to me and Lush, always been good. I never seen him do nothing out of character. Never seen him do nothing weird. Real shit.
Man, okay, yeah. See, not everything you see on the internet is true, people. You can't believe everything you hear and see, man. You got to get your own perspective on things sometimes, man.
For real.
It be all, it's all propaganda sometimes at the end of the day. So, like, speaking of propaganda, man, the state of URL, bro. Smack, Beasley, Norbs, his case. He just won, I think, a couple M's of whatever you want to call it. He just won a case with that. Can you speak on your business dealings and your experience with URL? And was you shorted or did wrong in any kind of, business dealings and stuff like that? I don't know if you plan on going back to URL. I mean, if you ain't, then let us know.
Yeah, no, I ain't going. I'm not really too much into the battle rap scene no more. So, I really ain't got no reason to pull no punches. Like, URL was, like, I have to be real though, you know what I mean? Rapping on URL definitely elevated my status, definitely elevated my career. But at the same time, with a lot of the shit, what they doing over there, it's not right. You know what I mean? Everybody's not getting the chance they deserved. And, it's less about the culture and more about the business. It's less of, and I can't even say the business. It's less about the culture and more about a dollar and really control. You know what I mean? And it's just at a point where, there's agendas and there's propagandas, and it's like, you know what I mean? Because, like, even, like, from where I'm standing, like, the whole URL lawsuit with Norbs and shit like that, like, Norbs getting his money, like, that's cool. But even then, like, I've seen things in the lawsuit that Norbs was claiming, and I know that shit's not true. Like, Norbs claimed that he put together the event where me and Prophecy battled on, and, like, he hosted the event and all that. He did not host that event. I don't even think Norbs was there. Matter of fact, I think Norbs was there, but I think he literally stood in front to host one battle, and he went all the way to the back and never did nothing else.
So Smack should have called you. He should have called you.
But this is the thing, though. You feel me? Like, a lot of people don't know, because at this time, this is where they were trying to fizzle Norbs out slowly but surely, because I never got booked by Norbs. Never. So when people say, oh, Norbs ran the PGs, if you didn't do a PG, I never got booked by Norbs. Ever. Never got booked by Norbs. I was getting booked by KG, you feel me? And Aspect 1, when he still worked with URL, you feel what I'm saying? I was getting booked by them, you feel what I'm saying? And then when it came to East Coast shit, I was getting booked by P, and sometimes Bills would call me. Never been booked by Norbs, you feel what I'm saying? Because they were trying to phase him out, which is why, if you understand why the Proving Grounds became the Crucible. Because the Proving Grounds ultimately was Norb's department. So you can't keep running something. You can't fire this nigga and keep his baby, keep his brainchild. You feel me? So this is why P came with the idea of the Crucible. P is a military cat. The Crucible, that's military terms. So you see what I'm saying? There's a reason for that. You feel what I'm saying? Like they couldn't continue doing the PGs after they fired Norb. They had to do something else. It's the Crucible now.
Man, do you be on Twitter?
Oh yeah.
Man, they talk crazy about P, man. Verb, man, he's been on a rampage about P. He's a lot of P slander going on right now. But so you've had nothing but good dealings with URL for the most part, though. I mean, besides their bad dealings, would you say? How would you summarize it all together?
I mean, it was good until it wasn't. That's the best way I could put it. It was good until it wasn't. You know what I mean? Like, it was good until it wasn't. And
I mean, you battled Geechee Gotti first. Yeah. You was the first to battle who is arguably now, the face of URL besides Tay-Rock, I mean, I would say. I mean, you battled the face of the league, the first person to do that. Yeah. What was that like? Did he come with like 100 Crips to the battle? I mean, did you get some?
It was LA, you know what I mean? It was LA.
You battled in LA?
In LA. I battled him in LA. And then I go everywhere by myself. You know what I mean? But, one thing about that battle that people have to remember is, in order for Geechee to prove he was that's why they gave him me. You feel me? He had to prove who he was against me.
Man.
You know what I mean? So that's why he got the respect that he got at that time. Because they didn't give him no shortcut, nigga. They gave him Stuey.
Man, what was that like battling in California? Like, did you have to deal with any kind of hecklers in the crowd or
every now and then.
Intimidation, kind of
every now
before
and then.
the battle or like that battle? What happened?
So, like, that battle, really, it wasn't even, like, before the battle and after, it really wasn't even nothing like that. Because, really, going into the battle, me and Geechee kind of have mutual respect for each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, out the gate. You know what I mean? Even after the battle, like, you know what I mean? Like, bro told me, he was like, bro, I knew I had to have all that for you. I knew if I didn't have all that, it wasn't going to be, So that's why I had to have all that for you. I already knew. You feel me? So it's always been nothing but a mutual respect. You know what I mean? And to keep it real, battling in Cali is like the gulag. You feel me? So I feel like if you trying to battle and you trying to do your shit, man, especially if you're from Washington, go to Cali, because the thing is, if they like you, they like you. You know what I mean? But if they don't like you, they don't like you.
I feel like you did well on the King of the Dot tournament, or was that King of the Dot tournament, right? Yeah. How was your experience with that? Speak about that a little bit. Like,
that was one of the things
I thought you was going to win the money.
I was going to, man, but I ain't going to lie. The first battle fucked everything up for me. I can't blame nobody but myself. You know what I mean? I had to battle with Caustic, and nigga brain was just scrambled. And, like, that was the first time I ever did that in battle rap, to where, like, you see this shit in your brain. It's like a teleprompter when you're rapping. You feel me? It's like you in autopilot, but it's like a teleprompter just running down in the back of your mind. You can see all your lyrics. But when I battled Caustic, like, all my shit was like all over the place, like just sprawled, and I couldn't put it in the right order. So, like, if you go back and watch the Caustic battle, even if you say, oh, I didn't really could tell that you was really off your game or nothing like that, but with me saying that now, go back and watch. You'll see, like, some of my transitions was off. Like, I did not spit my shit in order, you know what I mean? So I feel like that kind of fucked up my trajectory. But at the same time, just to be honest, when you battling on King of the Dot and the last vote goes to the crowd or the fans, you know what I mean? If you're somebody like me, you're going to take that L.
Right.
Because I'm a nigga. I'm the nigga's nigga. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a token nigga. I'm the nigga's nigga. And I didn't come to King of the Dot trying to do King of the Dot shit. I stuck to my guns, shooting you niggas, stabbing y'all, killing your babies and your mom. You feel me? Gun bars. I stuck to my guns. You feel what I'm saying? So, every time, like, Reverse Live, it was 2-2. 2 judges for him, 2 judges for me. When it came to the Van vote, the nerds gonna pick the white boy. You know what I'm saying? So when I figured that out, I was like, you know what? I'm down 0-2 in this tournament. I really got no chance, basically, of getting in the playoffs. But I know I'm going to go crazy against Madflex in my third battle. And then on top of that, I had, like, the toughest season schedule in the tournament.
Yeah, you did. You had
I had
a
the toughest
role.
I had to battle all the Fresh Coast elites. Caustic, Reverse Live, and Madflex. All the Fresh Coast elites, the niggas that are shoo-ins to King of the Dot fans. But that's why in Madflex, when I battled Madflex, he was number 1 in the whole entire tournament. Number 1. He had 2 perfect scores for his first 2 battles.
And you guys aren't getting much of a break period in between. These are back-to-back battles.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, man, I know that had to be tough. Yeah, that's pretty sick. That's sick, though. Man, my favorite bar was that safety on both sides, like cover 2.
Come on, man.
Bro, what was you thinking when you cooked that? Like, what was you doing?
I ain't even gonna lie. I don't know, man. I feel like I was either watching football or something. You feel me? I was watching football or I wasn't even watching football. Like, I be kind of into guns a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So like, every now and then, like little reels and shorts will pop up on my YouTube and shit like that. Like niggas like testing guns out and shit. And this nigga had this one joint and he had 2 safeties on it. It was a safety on both sides. I was like, that's kind of stupid in my eyes. Like, you know, like you kind of gamble with one safety alone.
Ambidextrous.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you got 2 safeties. You got to make sure both of them bitches is off before you let that thing go. That's problematic.
Yeah, bro.
And then I thought about that, like safety on both sides, cover 2.
Sick.
You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like all these, like it just came to me type shit. But like that's how the best bars is for me. They really just come to me organically. I don't sit down and think and brainstorm. It's just organic bars. You feel me?
Yeah, man. You really a lyricist, man. I could definitely peep that. It's truth in the detail all over his tape. Go listen to that. Yeah, I mean, he got a big catalog, over 100 songs. That's just on streaming platform. Who knows what you got in the vault? And you know, it's the features and all that stuff you done. So, you know, that's kind of, you know, take a pick of what you like. I'm pretty sure it's out there what he got.
That's a fact.
You say you say you come up with these bars. Some of these bars you come up with on Reels and on social media, he has a big presence on that motherfucker. Yeah. So, how did you go viral on TikTok? Almost 100K followers, over 2 million likes. Yeah. How'd you do that?
Man, that shit's crazy, man. I keep it real, man. Like that shit, I don't even know, man. I don't even know how it happened. Like I was just doing that shit. That's all it was. I was just doing that shit. Like, you know, this was during the pandemic, so like, you know, a lot of people lost their jobs and, you know, was getting paid some pretty decent unemployment to stay at home. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, at one point that was me. And mind you, I'll say for probably like a year or something like that before, people was telling me like, dog, get on TikTok, bro. Like, you'll really make a wave on there. I promise you'll make a wave on TikTok. But I'm sitting here thinking like, TikTok, man, like every time I see a video on TikTok, it just seems like somebody dancing or like some goofy shit, like overly goofy. Like, I don't know if I could get jiggy with that shit. You know what I mean? But they was like, nah, bro, I'm telling you, do this, bro. You will go viral on TikTok. So pandemic hit, you know, I ain't working. You know, I'm getting paid to stay at home at this point. So I'm like, damn, all right.
Yeah, man, because your skits, they're real, like, comedic. Like, I can see, like, how come... Would you ever do stand-up? Is that something that you would get into?
Yeah,
I definitely see you doing something like that.
That's like, low-key been the plan for the past couple years, man. I've been
right
kind of bullshitting.
Jackson's.
Facts, and that's the plan, bro. I'm gonna go pop out to Nate's, one of these open mics. You know, I'm just trying to get a few jokes actually solidified together. You know what I mean? It's kind of a transition, like going from, you know, writing a battle rap round to a comedy stand-up set, but the reason why I felt like it's something that I could do is because I was watching Dave Chappelle one day, and I was like, bro, stand-up comedy is literally battle rap. Man. Literally.
That's what you're doing, all them. And if you guys aren't aware of his social media, go ahead, let's put that out there. I guess we'll wait, and we'll put it at the end too, but go ahead, put your social media out there so they know where to go look at you at and all that.
Like Stuey Hella Toxic on all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Even if you on Threads, Even if you're on Snapchat, you feel what I'm saying? Stuey Hella Toxic. Just type in that at Stuey Hella Toxic.
Man, and you're gonna see a gang of skits on there.
Gang of shit, man, for sure.
Gang
man.
of skits.
You know what I'm saying? But we definitely gonna get into that stand-up this year for sure. I'm not letting this year go by without doing it.
Okay, yeah, man, I could definitely see you in that lane for sure. That's something you'll go crazy in. Yeah, man, is there any artists in Tacoma that you haven't worked with that you would like to work with, or beyond Tacoma, Washington? And also, if there isn't, or even if there is there any artists up and coming that you want to acknowledge or tilt your hat to? Battle rappers or rappers, period. Singers, whoever.
Yeah, I mean, shit, man. For the most part, I'm pretty open to working with folks. You know what I'm saying? But me and my dog V, we gotta get one in soon. You feel what I'm saying? That's guaranteed. We gotta get one in soon. Shout out my nigga Louis. You know what I'm saying? Louis been doing his thing. You feel what I'm saying? We gotta get one in soon. I made a couple beats for Louis. He rapped on a couple joints that I did, but we never actually did a joint together. You know what I'm saying?
So you produce too?
Yeah, produce all that. You know what I'm saying? Louis for sure. Man, Mike Jack out there in Seattle. Mike Jack, Make a Million. You know what I'm saying? Mafi D. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are all cats that, you know what I'm saying, I salute, and you feel me, I would like to work with. You know what I mean?
I'm surprised you and Lee's don't got a track.
Man, that's crazy too, huh? Me and Lee's was been supposed to do some shit too. You feel me? Like, every time we see each other, like, we always talk about it, but we never end up doing it. You know what I'm saying? But it's always been nothing but just
that's how
bad
it
mutual
with
respect
us,
with me and Lee's. You feel me?
Yeah, Lee's, he's one of you guys. You and Lee's is who I like. I hold you guys in them. You know what I'm saying? I hold you guys in a certain place out here because it's not many that do what we do. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I love y'all for that. I love y'all hard for sure.
Salute, man.
Is there any other things you want to speak on or elaborate about or talk about the project or anything before we get out of here?
Man, it's crazy because man, go get that. I just be chilling, but it's crazy because I literally just dropped a tape like a month and a half before that. I ain't even planned on dropping this tape like that. You know what I'm saying? This shit just kind of happened. So, make sure you go slump that too. It's called It's Not You, It's Me. You know what I mean? So make sure y'all go bump that shit too, man. Go bang all that shit though. You know what I'm saying? For when I'm no longer here. And I hope you remember me. You know what I'm saying? Because my thing as far as music now is more about topics. You know what I mean? It's more about, centered around a concept. You know what I mean? It's not so much like, I'm going to do a project, make sure I got 2 club bangers and a weed song and something for the bitches. Nah. It's more so less like I want to have a theme for a project, a concept for a project, and everything on this project is going to revolve around that. And, as far as that goes, I feel like ain't too many people really fucking with me in the Northwest on that because, and that just kind of shows my versatility. I can literally rap about anything, bro. I made a whole song about being put in the Are We Dating the Same Guy group. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, really turn that into a whole song, basically a whole project. You know what I'm saying? So, like I was saying, though, you feel me? I'm open to working with niggas. Niggas tap in, fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people be thinking, like, I'm unapproachable and shit like that. You feel me? Nigga, bro, hit me up, nigga. Get at me. You feel me? You'd be surprised how fast we'll put some shit together. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, Stuey Newton. I'll just be chilling. Shout out your social medias one time before we get out of here, man.
Stuey Hella Toxic. Follow me on everything. At Stuey Hella Toxic on everything.
On everything, Stuey, man. Yeah, salute, man.
Salute, fam.